A full breakdown of the situation that we currently have on BTCUSD. Now, starting here from the monthly time frame, we have a market which has just provided a very strong impulse to the upside. Now, generally speaking, after the creation of an impulse, what to expect is for the market to provide a correction before the continuation to the upside. So here on the monthly, what we expect is for the market to provide a correction before the market can then provide a continuation to the upside, possibly with the creation of a higher high. Now, generally speaking, after an impulse, if you want to measure the correction, you have to take your Fibonacci from the low to the high of the impulse. And we can see that the market still hasn't provided a correction to the 0.32 before the continuation to the upside. So, at least basing ourselves only on the monthly time frame, we have to be extra cautious because this market could easily provide a correction first to this zone to grab some liquidity before the continuation to the upside. Going down on the weekly time frame, what do we have? Now here on the weekly, we can see that at the moment we are testing quite strong resistance. In fact, this zone was acting as resistance here, again resistance here, again resistance here, and currently we're testing once again the same resistance, from which there is the possibility to provide a rejection to the downside. So once again, monthly and weekly show us that even though we have extremely strong bullish momentum, and that is absolutely out of question, we currently do have some bearish structure, which is obviously the reason for which the market has been stuck in this range for quite some weeks, actually months at this point. Going down on the daily time frame, what we can see is that at the moment the market is starting to pick up some speed and momentum to the upside again. Now, I had spoken about BTCUSD when the market was at this level, explaining all the reasons for which we did expect the market to provide this rejection to the upside. And then I also spoke about BTCUSD after the creation of this M pattern, explaining all the reasons for which we expected the market to make this move to the upside. And by the way, I will link in the description both these previous analyses so you can go and check them out for further reference and more free education. However, at the moment, what do we have and how we can be looking for the next potential opportunity? Now, as we have seen on the monthly and weekly, we have to be extra cautious if we are to be looking for any kind of longing opportunities, because we are quite overextended on the monthly. On the weekly, we have the resistance that we have already identified, and here on the daily, even though the market has now broken above this previous resistance, which was turn support here and again support here, the market still hasn't broken above this previous high. And until we will remain below this previous resistance, which is now again resistance here, we cannot be looking for any kind of longs, because basically we will be longing at a daily resistance, which is never a good idea. So if from here the market will start a correction to the downside, we will not be looking for any kind of opportunities, at least for now. However, if the market will actually manage with a strong move to break above this resistance, as you know, in the market, previous resistance, once it is broken to the upside, is turn support. So after the break, on the retest of this previous resistance turn support, inside of this area, what we will be doing is monitoring price action from a 4-hour perspective and lower, waiting for the market to shift from a 4-hour and lower bearish market as we will have to a 4-hour and lower bullish market. And as soon as the market will shift from an intraday bearish to an intraday bullish market, at that point we will be adding BTCUSD to our watch list with students, and as soon as the market will provide to us one of our valid entries, we will be taking a nice long with a good risk to reward and good probabilities at that point for the move to the upside, and for the market to complete this impulse correction and impulse pattern to the upside and creation of a higher high. Now, if you enjoyed this free analysis education and update, make sure that you drop a like and a comment. It really does support the creation of more free analysis education and updates for all of you. You can also comment below and let me know which pairs you would like me to cover